So I says, yo, haha, it's all in the words.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. What's up? Yep, it's your boy Padre, and I want to tell you time that I laid hands on a woman. Nah, basically, but the time that I've only um hit a woman once, and I want to tell that story. Um, I'm not making light of it, but here it goes. Here it goes. I was fucking with this female that I met at my family's house. We were playing this game called 5000. If you don't know what 5000 is a dice game. Alright? You take 5 dice, put them in a cup, shake the cup, spill the dice out. If it lands on a 1, that's 100. If it lands on a 5, that's 50. Alright? The rest of them, if it hits, it's kind of like playing poker. If you get 3 in a row, that's 100 of that number. So you get three threes, that's 300. But if it rolls on 3 ones, that's 1,000. Okay. Um, you can hit like a small straight, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can hit a large straight, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. They have different point values. Um, of course, you have the sets of three, and you take those combinate. You take those, and you try to make a combination to get to a total point of 1,500. No, 5,000. And so we were playing this game. It's a cool ass game. It's a nice drinking game. But you know what I'm saying. If you don't drink, it's just cool. You know what I'm saying. You don't have to gamble at all. You just play it with your peeps. So we were having this game night, and I met her there, and you know what I mean, we were all doing our thing of pleasure, and fucking she sucks my shit in the bathroom, and so I knew that, hey, me and this chick might be doing some things, you know what I'm saying, and so and obviously everybody knew that shit once I came out the goddamn bathroom that me and her just might be hooking up and doing some things, you know what I'm saying, because they clowned my nigga, hey, they clowned my black ass like it wasn't shit. I came out of the bathroom and they was like, Lisa put it on you, huh? And Lisa put it on you, huh? At least, at least she put it on you. I'm like, the fuck ever, man. Shit ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things where it's like, it felt like it was my night to get my shit sucked. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like, she chose me this night. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that she's a hoe like that. I'm not saying that she chose other people, but, well, I say that because she was with somebody else that I found out later that she was with somebody else that I knew about. I mean that I knew. And I was just like, for real? I didn't know that shit. But anyway, we um we hung out a lot. Whenever she was in between homes, I was also in between homes. So we really kicked it. And we always ended up meeting up over at my fam's house. You know what I mean? And The more and more we kept meeting up and shit, the more and more we was like, man, the fuck, man, let's go ahead and kick it with each other, that boyfriend girlfriend shit, and let's try to make some shit happen. As far as moving in together, finding a place and moving in together, since we both in between homes and shit like that. So um, she got me hooked up with a job from um, um, somebody that she knew had a job that was hiring. I mean, they worked at a job that was hiring and got me hooked up with the job and shit. And we went ahead and found this place. Nice crib. I ain't gonna say nice crib as in nice. I mean, it was a nice crib. 2 bedroom, kitchen, um, 1 bathroom, living room, front door, back door, front yard, backyard. Backyard was fenced in, and it was only $250 plus utilities. And the place it wasn't big, but it was big enough. You know what I mean? It's one of them places where it's perfect for a teenage kid. And yeah, I was still a teenager. I was like, it's perfect for a teenage kid. You know what I mean? And a chick and a female. You know what I'm saying? And she had a little boy. So it's perfect, you know what I'm saying? Right size for us. And she was short on top of that. You know what I mean? She was real short. I mean, she was short, man. I'm 6'2", okay? I had been 6'2" for a long time. And I was 6'2" at that time. So the top of her head was like right dead in the middle of my chest. She was just that short. I didn't mean to make it sound like she was short, but she was short. You know what I'm saying? And so, here it is. We had our choices of pleasure, and sometimes her pleasures didn't agree with us. Didn't agree with with our lifestyle and the way that we were living and shit. Whenever she get on that shit and she start thinking about life in general, and if it was going good, it's going good. If it's not going good, then you know what I'm saying, she's frantic on some shit. And so it was something about fuck it, I don't remember what the argument was. But one night we got into a beef about some shit that we had been beefing about off and on. And she began to, get physical with me. So I'm like, go on, girl, take your shit, man, and your bullshit, basically. Take your bullshit, your arguments, and all that shit. Go in the other room with that shit. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna talk, we gonna talk. But all the rest of that's bullshit. I don't need the antics. I don't need the hype of the. I don't need. Back then we wasn't saying turned up, but right now I'm like, I ain't need her to be turned up for me to get any type of message that she was trying to get across to me. I mean, I'm just like, I'm a cool, laid back person. All you gotta do is talk with me. You ain't got, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna cuss, you ain't gotta be loud with your cuss shit. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm not loud with my cuss shit, but I'm cussing. So, fucking, as she was getting physical and as I was pushing her away, here comes the hit that I wanted to hit her ass. As in, get your ass out the room. Pow! Get your ass out the room. Like a child, you know what I'm saying? But she turned around with a, what you say to me? And my hand hit her waistline. And she lost her breath. And that was the only time that I ever have hit a woman before in my life. Now, I have wrestled with a woman, wrestled her down to the ground, meaning, you know what I'm saying, as she's wailing her arms at me, swinging and shit, I get into a position where I'm behind her, and I can hold on to her, and as she's trying to kick me in the ding ding, I take her down to the ground, wrap her legs up, you know what I'm saying, and I'm holding her in my arms, you know what I mean? That's wrestling. That's the wrestling shit. And I've shaken the shit out of a female. A little young broad. Young. Young. Man. Had to sit back and be like, just shut the fuck up and let me say some shit before we end up getting ourselves in some other bullshit, trying to argue on some shit. Shit, even me. So it's like, other than that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been physical with a female, except for in the bedroom, baby. And then I'm bullshit. I'm sorry, not like that, but you know, on some physical shit, like fighting shit. There's only 3 times I've ever been physical with a female like that, and it ain't never worth it. It's never worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you gotta take it to that goddamn extreme, you gotta go. And if there's any dudes listening to this, if you get with a woman, man, young lady, whatever, if it takes those type of extremes, yo, get your shit and go, man. Or get her shit and get her the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't worth it. It really ain't. It really ain't. It's not. You're going to end up being single soon. And if it's not soon, then you're goddamn crazy. Because how can you, how can love hurt? You know what I'm saying? Love ain't supposed to hurt. Love is not supposed to hurt. Love is supposed to be a feel good ass emotion. You know what I mean? So no, fuck all that other shit. If you ain't feeling good, it's one of these isms that I have. One of these isms is I ain't about to let nobody or nothing jeopardize my happiness. And every time I do, I pay for it one way or another. So, yo, this is one of these stories from me. You know what I'm saying? Giving you a little bit of tips and suggestions about some shit. Um, about relationships. So I don't know which playlist I'm gonna put this in. You know what I mean? It fits under relationships and it fits under tips and suggestions. So it's just one of them things where really if you're in a relationship, it's really not worth being in a relationship if you gotta put your hands on somebody. Even if I mean arguing is arguing, I understand people argue, people have a difference of opinion. But if you stayed friends, let's put it like this. My idea of a relationship, and I tried to be this way with so many damn females. My idea of a relationship is when we met, I was living here, you was living here, and we met up in different places here and there. Why don't we learn how to love ourselves first? And during the process of learning how to love ourselves, how to become the best people that we can be individually, why don't we do that together in a direction of if we can go in the same direction with each other, then we should not bump heads. Not unless that means that we're going down 2 different streets. You know what I'm saying? We're going down 2 different pathways. We have 2 different agendas. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. What it does, it alleviates a lot of the I don't want to go, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go through the bullshit, but I don't want to leave this relationship. It alleviates all that to where it's like, man, I've been disagreeing with you about a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, we just need to be friends right now. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. I've never been a jealous dude. You know what I mean? If a woman say that she wants to be with me and only me, it's like, fine, whatever. I'm mad at it because I'm like, God damn, what if I see somebody else I want? Now you making me monogamous. Not making me monogamous, but you asking me to be monogamous with you. And I like being platonic. Being platonic means, you know what I'm saying, it's just that, you know, you're your own individual self. She's her own individual self. You're choosing to be with each other in a closer predicament, closer situation. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, but if there's no obligation there, the freedom is like, man, the freedom makes everything juicy. It's kind of like, you remember when you just couldn't wait to see this next person? Even though you're like, I wonder if they fuck with somebody or not. That curiosity is like, I'm going to do what I have to do to make sure that if she is fucking with somebody else, she's going to pick me to want to fuck with more. That flavor, that juice, that want, that necessity, whatever the description word is, the longer that is there in a relationship, the better a relationship can be. So it's like, before becoming boyfriend and girlfriend, if you're two individuals that are constantly wanting to be happy around somebody, basically on an unselfish level, when we want somebody to be happy around us, and we are doing what we can do for that person to want to be around us, we're giving ourselves to this person in a manner that we want this person to appreciate everything that we're giving them and to feel good around us and all that kind of good shit. What can go wrong with that? Besides the point where it's like, man, I don't like this about you so much that I don't want to give you no more of me. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, and it's like being honest with people. It's like, man, yo, I don't like what you do. Would you please fix that shit to where it don't affect me? To where it don't lie to me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want it to affect me. Let's say there's a lot of females that don't like dudes who sell dope. Do I really want my baby? Darling, tell me what to do. I know you got this situation. Ain't like you don't have education. When I tell you right, you think I'm wrong. But our love is strong. hmm But what you gonna do when they come for you? Your work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. What you gonna do when they come for you? I can't stand living life without you. Erica Badu, that shit is fire, man. Anyway, it's like when she's like, man, I don't like what you're doing, and I don't want it to affect me. I want you in my life, but I don't want that in my life. And it's one of those things where a person don't want to tell another person how to live their fucking life, what to do, what not to do. We want people to hear what we like and dislike, and if you're gonna be around us, you make the choice on whether you're going to change that shit, stop that shit, or whatever the fuck, to appease the person that is with you, that want to be with you more. So relationships, man, I hate when people meet each other. Next thing you know, they living with each other. You know what I'm saying? Calling each other boo and well, it's not the words, it's not the titles, but they living with each other. You know what I'm saying? They in a relationship and all that shit. Next thing you know, 2 3 months down the line, the shit is over with. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, this your boy Padre, and I'm out sharing a little piece of me. You know what I'm saying? Leave me a little piece of you down in the comments below. All right? Peace.